Okay, good day everyone. I am Cecilia Pai, college instructor at St. Cecilia's College Cebu Incorporated, and I'm 27 years old.
How long have you been teaching and what inspired you to become a teacher?
I've been teaching for 5 years now, and one of the major reasons why I chose the program, it's because of my influence from my previous teachers, specifically my elementary teacher, Mrs. Bakbi, and of course, from my mother because this is her dream to become a teacher.
And what challenges have you encountered in your teaching journey?
For my teaching journey, the major challenges I've encountered are actually dealing with the diversity of my learners, considering that they come from different backgrounds. Some are economically not good, some are struggling financially. Aside from that, the emotional aspect, because I know for sure that students also have their internal conflicts. They have been dealing with silent battles, and they have this facade that some students are really happy in front, but there are instances that I could really feel the struggle, especially during the online class. Some of my students really cried during the call because of the exhaustion, the emotional conflict within themselves and also with the people around them. And considering also that we had to transition from face to face to online, so they were struggling with connectivity as well. And when we shifted already to the normal setup, aside from financial struggles, the academic difficulty, because I know for sure that some students are product of modular learning. So majority are having a struggle with the subject matter, especially that they have taken the program education, and it's quite hard.
So, can you describe an innovative strategy or project you introduced in your class?
I remembered back then I integrated not just the usage of PowerPoint presentation, but I integrated ZipGrade. It's actually one way for the teachers to have an easier way during the checking, and the students were also able to try it out, and something that can be useful for them as well. I also integrated several games online games that can be useful to them. I think those are my common usage of technology because I'm more of a traditional teacher. Although I know for a fact that we've been integrated technology in our classes, but if I'm going to have a rating on myself, I'm a 70 traditional, 30% on the non-conventional ones. Yes.
What inspired that innovation and what risks or challenges did you face when implementing it?
What inspired innovation is actually because of the recent searches considering education 4.0, in which we wanted to ensure that education will actually progress. We want to be able to be at par with what's happening right now, especially that in the recent findings of PISA, Philippines is actually behind. So one of the major reasons why we integrated innovation already in our classes. However, the downside with that is there are still a taboo on the usage of innovation, that there are senior teachers who are not that well versed in terms of innovation, in terms of accepting new things in class or using them in class. So that's one of the problem, and the financial aspect as well, because when you talk about innovation, it's actually costly. Yes.
How did your students or school benefit from it?
My students were able to benefit from it because they were able to apply what they have learned from me in their classes. So they were able to use those things in class. And I've been hearing some of my students who were able to graduate already. They said that they applied some of the things that I implemented in class, and I'm happy with that.
In what ways do you think being a teacher is similar to being an entrepreneur?
As a teacher, you always need to consider that your students are your customers. They are your potential buyers. So as a teacher, you really have to do your best so that your students will buy again or will purchase again the service that you're offering to them. So in SSC, as one of the instructors, I always consider the fact that this is actually a business. Yes, I'm one of the people who will make the business profitable. So I have to use my skills to be able to attract potential customers.
How do you create value for your students, school, or community through your teaching?
I create value to my students, the school that I'm affiliated with, in a manner that I always put my best foot forward, because I know for sure that every day should be productive. Every day is considered as your last day. So you really won't know what will happen tomorrow. So you always need to consider the fact that the job that you are doing can leave a huge mark and impact to your learners. So you always need to excel. As what I have remembered in one of my instructors in college, he mentioned, if you want to create change, you have to make excellence as a habit, and you have to put value to what you are doing. Regardless if it's teaching or not, you always need to value it, treasure it as if it's your last day on earth. That's how I value my teaching.
So, what advice can you give to future teachers about being innovative and resourceful?
To the future teachers, you always need to to be you, because we don't know what will happen in the future. We probably think that if you will apply to a certain institution, you will be directly hired. And considering that the lack of resources, you always need to innovate. You always need to consider how will you make use of the things that you have in school to be able to deliver your lesson still. But despite those things, if you want to be resourceful, the very first thing that you need to do is to be yourself, and to consider that even if the resources are scarce, yes, or even if you want to create change and be innovative, if you will no longer become yourself, tendency, you will deviate from the value that you are trying to impose to your learners. So you have to be yourself, and once you are already yourself, meaning if you want to be yourself, of course, you want to become a teacher. That's how being a resourceful and innovative comes after.
How do your moral or faith based values influence your innovation as a teacher?
Okay. Since I'm a practicing Catholic, I believe in the things that the church have been implying and imposing to everyone. These values that I have learned, which is to be honest, to be faithful into what you are doing, inspired me to become more innovative, because I want to ignite and spark change, right? But when I do so, I always need to go back also to my core, which is being honest to what I'm doing. Example, I want to innovate change by integrating a certain project in the institution, and I will solicit money coming from the school or from the people involved in the community. Of course, there should be liquidation, transparency. We always need to be accountable to what we are doing. So I always need to go back to my core. If I'm going to innovate change, I still need to be honest and faithful to what I'm doing.
Can you please give a motivational message to aspiring educators about the future challenges they may face, such as implementing innovations and fostering an entrepreneurial spirit in teaching?
To the future educators, one of the things that I can give to you is to actually consider the fact that there will be changes once you already join the field. There will be challenges that you might encounter. But despite those things, you always need to go back to your core, to always apply the ethics as a teacher, and to always consider the betterment of your students. You might integrate innovation in your class, but consider the ability and the capacity of your learners. Consider also the resources of the institution, because as much as we wanted to spark change and to improve the quality of education, you always need to consider that there will be instances that you have to consider budget constraints, limited time, or if there will be challenges such as typhoon, earthquake that might struck or hit the area. But despite those things, again, just go back to your core, be you, and just do what you think is best for the betterment of your students. Because at the end of the day, when you talk about teaching, it's not about giving them the education alone, but sparking change and influencing everyone to be better, not just for themselves, but for everybody. And that's it. Thank you.